Hey guys, I'm Prodigy from Kilo23. Welcome back. Before this video gets started, I want to give a big shout out to Jag Precision for letting me check out this gun. If you guys have read the title, you know exactly what it is. So, VFC has released their new line of M4s, their VR16 series, and these are actually some really fantastic guns. They make some minor improvements to the internals, and they give you some really nice externals that kind of revamp the whole VFC line. Today we've got the VFC VR16 Tactical Elite 2. This guy is kind of the M4 length, 9-inch rail system with a retractable stock. Really awesome, comfortable gun. I'm really liking it a lot. So we're going to be checking this gun out in detail today. Again, thanks to Jag Precision. We're actually checking this out. Oh yeah. Now, the gun I received is more of a sample gun. Didn't come with a box, cleaning rod, magazine, instructions, anything. But honestly, I've had many guns like this before. I've got plenty of cleaning rods, a whole assortment of magazines, batteries, everything I need. And these, they really don't need instructions from me. But when you guys get this new, it's going to come with a 120 round mid-cap magazine, cleaning rod instruction manual, and of course the box. Now, I've got my usual spiel out of the way of what it comes with, all that stuff, so let's actually talk about the rifle in detail. Now, as always, we'll start with the stock of the gun and move our way forward. The stock is a usual VFC crane stock, great matte black finish on here. I really like the texture of it. Looks a lot better than cheaper brands, so that's a plus. Your butt pad is going to be rubberized, so it's kind of a nice touch. Grips your shoulder very nicely. Now, like most crane stocks, you're going to get your mini Tamiya connector in here, and you can fit either a stick LiPo or a nunchuck battery in here. The only thing I didn't like about these VFC stocks is the fact that it is kind of hard to get a buffer tube battery in there without actually kind of taking some of this plastic off with some pliers or Dremel or something. But you know, it's just me being nitpicky. You can still get a nice buffer tube LiPo in there or something. It's not very difficult. Now, being a crane stock, it is retractable, so you can adjust it for, you know, if you want it a little bit farther out there, you can definitely do that. But if you're going really close quarters and you like it really close to your shoulder like I do, you can definitely take it in almost all the way or all the way, and it's very comfortable still. Now, something I really liked about this is the dimensions between the buffer tube and the crane stock are really good. There's very little wobble on this. I hate it when I get a gun that's, you know, very expensive. I paid a lot of money for it, really high end, and the stock wobbles like crazy. It's just agonizing. But this one gets rid of that wobble, so it's very solid on there. Just in front of the buffer tube here, you are going to have a sling attachment point, one on both sides, so it makes it a little bit easier to hook up a sling. Aftermarket, these tend to run about $15-20 bucks, so that saves you a little bit of money, and it's a little more convenient having that there. Forward assist does not work. Some models it'll decompress your spring, do this or that, but VFC has not included that feature in this gun. The mag release on here is the real steel style, so you don't get a screw here. You have to actually push this in and unscrew it from the other side, so I kind of like that, a little more realism. And I hate these little screws that are in there half the time. So usually they're small enough, they like to strip out, they're not made of great quality metal. But this one, you don't have to worry about that. Now, fixed to the back of this gun, attached to the rail, you do get a flip-up sight. That's really nice, I like that. Obviously, this little sight is not included, that's aftermarket. Just put it on here for looks for the moment. But this rear sight, it's a little bit wobbly, not a big deal. It is adjustable for windage. You can't adjust it for elevation, that's for the front sights, it's not a big deal. You get a small peep aperture and a larger one. You just flip that back and forth. Now to drop the sight down, press the button in and push it back down. To bring it up, you just pull it up. Same deal, putting it back down again. Now, something's a little bit different on this gun is it does have an elongated charging handle lever, and it is rubberized, so it's kind of a nice touch. You know, half the time I just like to one-hand it like this instead of actually using both hands to pull back on it, so this makes it a little bit easier, a little bit more comfortable. Now, like on most M4 series guns, you pull your charging handle back and it reveals your hop-up adjustment wheel in here. This gun does have a functioning bolt catch and release, so that's kind of nice. You don't have to keep holding your charging handle back while you're adjusting your hop-up. You just pull it back, lock it, and you can adjust it as you need. Now, for that bolt catch function, really nice. Pull your charging handle back, notice your bolt catch will lock, and your bolt will lock back. Doesn't lock more than maybe a ½ an inch back. It's just enough to get your finger in there and adjust your hop up as needed. To release the bolt, go on the other side here, press your bolt catch here, and your bolt will slam forward a little bit. Kind of a cool feature, makes it a little bit more realistic if you just want that touch in your gun there. Now underneath the dust plate here is your hop-up adjustment wheel. This is a rotary wheel, not the standard little wheel you're used to with like a Classic Army or Tokyo Marui or something similar. This one, it's a wheel, it's more similar to ICS or the Mad Bull Ultimate Hop-Up Chamber. Kind of a nice touch. I notice when you do dial it in, it does click, so you can audibly hear that you are adjusting your hop-up. It's a very, very nice touch. Now one thing I really like VSC for doing is using a realistic width pistol grip. It makes it a little bit more comfortable for me. I've used some real ARs, and this one feels a lot more like them than most airsoft guns I handle, just because of this little pistol grip width dealio. Now, little cool thing here, VSC does include a widened trigger guard here. You can very easily rest your finger here if you're gonna just quickly go to your trigger right there. Much more comfortable, and it's a little bit wider as far as going downward. So if you want to have like some big gloves in there, you're definitely able to do that a little more easily. Now moving on to the left side of your gun, you're going to get some fantastic trademarks from VFC here. I really like these. They're not painted in, but they are etched or engraved in. So these look fantastic. You do get the Knights Armament trade on here, which I absolutely love. It's not just the trades on here, it's the VFC markings, the selector switch markings, everything's been etched in. Now finally, the selector on here is very, very rock solid, clicks into place very nicely. Doesn't wobble at all hardly, so the screw in there is really tight, the dimensions on it are really nice. Good touch to a high-end gun. Got finished with the stock and the receiver. Let's check out the rail system and barrel. These are pretty unique. It's not every day you get a 9-inch rail on a gun. This one's pretty nice. It is similar to the Knights Armament one, I believe. It's very, very solid. Doesn't wobble at all. You know, the only bad thing is the receiver wobbles just a little bit here. It's probably from a little bit of usage, so I'm not going to worry about it. Yours should be totally, totally rock solid whenever you get it in the box. But this rail system, very solid. It's a good length. If you retract the stock maybe to position 3 or so and hold it way out here, it feels very, very comfortable. I like it a lot. Now, one more gripe on this. I'm kind of surprised VFC did not do it, but they did not include a fake gas tube in here. Little disappointed, because I was kind of looking forward to that, but they didn't include it. But that's, again, me being nitpicky. Being an airsoft gun, it does not require that. It's just for aesthetics. Moving up the gun a little bit, we have our flip-up front sight. This one doesn't require a button press to take it back down or up. Just flips straight up and down. Now, it is adjustable for elevation only. The windage is going to come from your rear sight. So, airsoft not as important as far as adjusting as a real firearm, but it's still got the functionality still. Now, this flash hider on here is very unique. Normally it'll come with your orange plastic flash hider. It does include that on there, but the package will also include the black flash hider. This flash hider will actually have the threading on the outside of it to accommodate, I believe, the SCAR style suppressor. So that's kind of a cool option there that is included with VSC VR16. Now let's go ahead and chrono the VFC VR16 Tactical Elite 2 and see what it's hitting. I'm going to run a 7.4 volt and an 11.1 volt LiPo for the rate of fire. VFC VR16 Tactical Elite 2, what did you guys think about it? I think it is a rock solid gun. It's running about $325 retail right now. Good price for it. VFC is usually a bit more pricey for their guns, but you get a very solid gun, nice long rail system, flip up sight, crane stock, and a pretty solid package here. And it's great for the price. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm ASTKilo23. Thanks again to Jag Precision. You guys have sent me a really, really nice gun. Really appreciate it. I can have a lot of fun checking this thing out. Next episode, we are going to check out the internals of the guns, the gearbox, the motor, the hop-up chamber, everything that really makes this gun what it is internally. After that, we're going to do a shooting test to see what kind of range and accuracy we can get out of this gun with the stock components. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy.